Um, Alright, well, the other blog I didn't post it because my mom caught me smoking pot. Even though it's illegal, I still get in trouble because I smoke in the house. So it was kind of embarrassing. I didn't want to put it up. But there is an update regarding of what I think. Let me see. Um, I can't wait to go to my classes on January to start my college education. But meanwhile, I started to sell some tamales, washing my own clothes, getting early in the morning, watching the news. Also, my cut is going alright. Uh, my finger, I just forget to keep it straight. The the school, the president is doing well. I see that he's looking pretty healthy and also going to a lot of restaurants. So he's living the good life. Just wondering when are the other passes the law, the proposition is going to pass and make noise besides just being political written. The I'm not sure if I'm staying on music or I'm going to like philosophy. That's just within time. All I know is that I love music and I like the way it makes me elaborate myself, my inner self. Um, I made some money. My aunt helped me make some tamales for the tradition, and then I took it from there and decided to sell tamales around the neighborhood. I found out there's a company that makes spices for over 30 years, and there's another company doing interiors of old cars and hot rods for 42 years. So the experience all around is really interesting. Passed by the old restaurant where I used to work, flipping or selling burgers. You know, sold tamales there, and I don't know where this is going to end, but it's going pretty well if you ask me. Just because with $25 you can make $120, but I also found this booklets of recipes that my neighbors left. Uh, you know, it's different options to eat different tamales of of different kinds. Let's see if there's a special tamale recipe in the future. Mm. The tradition of making tamales is not really something out of necessity, and which will be my case. But tamales usually are made on getting ready for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Uh, to me, it's just a type of food that you're able to make at the beginning of the year, freeze it, and have food for the whole year. Um, if there was any type of refrigeration, then it was just a sharing and caring type of deal. From making the, from thinking what are you gonna make them off to getting the corn, uh, making them into a family with different sizes, different flavors. It's just getting together instead of getting together in a funeral or in an illness of a family. There has been a couple of events that have made me think differently, and it seems like the government will be experiencing some changes as what I'm able to feel and I'm able to see on TV, on media, and from hoping that Michelle Obama goes runs to president in 2020 to Trump making a great America again. I mean, although I think America is already great, but there's only events that make me feel hope. Although the future seems hopeless, but there is a way of living. So far, so good with my way of being. Being happy with finding my identity. Um, the history of America has impacted my way of seeing it. From there is America being discovered too many times, Irishes, monks, Asians, Chinese, Portugueses, Spaniards. I mean, from voyagers, from conquistadors, and trying to understand a little bit more of the science behind traveling the oceans and discovering new lands. It's a generation that honestly, white supremacy has nothing to do with being loyal to a nation, because we are all have made out of flesh, and we all have a spirit. So it's just how we coexist and what we eat on a daily basis, because what you eat is what you how will you act, and who you being around is who you will be. So got my ID, my driver's license, if you could say. Also hoping to find a ride to get my to make more money, bottom line. Not vicious, not interesting on making big bucks, as they call it in the United States, but just as making a presence, and being that change that the world kinda needs. Um, it was interesting knocking on doors and selling tamales, and having to tell my neighbors, oh, Carmen, the one that lives next to Alberto in the middle of Beto, and her for telling me, like, no, I don't know them, but I'm the newest one in the block. So, well, one of the newest ones, I want to say. So it's interesting how we coexist, or how we live on a camp, on a mobile home trade park that has become a family. Not embarrassed. More of an ethnicity lookup instead of racial, and go by colors and whites. I seen a picture on Facebook about how they put signs on top of the fountain drinks, and up on top of the water stations, black onlys and white onlys. But honestly, it seems like they're helping them out. African Americans seem to be taller, so it's better for them to not bend over that much, and pigment of skins should not be dividing us. Hope to get better in my guitar and with public, and to find a good recipe that contains a lot of vegetables, because it's good to get your veggies and your nutrients and proteins and all that good stuff. Well, there's more that we should. I would want to update. I would want to know about how are they importing besides the jewels, because there has been a lot of talking about pearls, jewels, and it seems like we're going back to trying to find the El Dorado. So it, my bad. I was listening to music, but take a lot of pictures on this coming holidays and save them, because something that we really need to preserve and then keep really close to us, because after all, remembering is what steps on our remorse and conscience. I'm out for today and then see what peace is out there, or if it's just a peace out, or if we even have peace out there. No shave November. Maybe I'll shave on December. Or if it gets too cold, I might leave it, but highly doubt it. Peace.